Welcome back to the Wizard Weekly, where we talk about everything in gaming. I know I probably started one of my last videos, but I never told y'all that me and my mom was got this Lego Wizard Castle the other day, and doesn't it just look cool? So New York Comic Con has been going on for the last couple of days, and I think we got like a day or two left in the whole event, but I've been following it mostly for the figures that they reveal because I'm a collector and whatnot. But also Insomniac Studios, the development team that's acquired by PlayStation that makes all the Spider-Man games and the upcoming Wolverine game, they announced that finally coming early next year in January, I'm pretty sure, Spider-Man 2, the 2023 release, is going to get released on PC as PlayStation's ongoing mission to, get their PlayStation games in as many users as possible on PC, while also trying to shove PlayStation Network down their throats, whether they like it or not. I will say though, outside of the controversy that PlayStation has, like I said, with enforcing PlayStation Network and having those requirements and everything, the games themselves, they run amazing. Like, I don't know if y'all saw the God of War Ragnarok PC port that just got released, and it's being on maxed out settings with the RTX 4080. Dude, that shit looks insane. But yeah, as you can imagine, people are pretty excited to be able to finally pay retail price for the PC version of this game officially, while this PC port is going to get all the things that they drip fed us as content, like all these new game plus modes, the new levels, the suits and whatever. People are kind of disappointed at Spider-Man 2 following this reveal. Not exactly at the game being released itself, but just at what Sony said following this release in the ongoing future of the game of Spider-Man 2. Because in this PlayStation blog post, because this is their official website, this whole post is basically them buttering up and rinsing you with all the new features that Spider-Man 2 PC is going to have, and just building excitement. But it all crashes and burns when they reach a statement saying, while we have no additional story content planned for Marvel Spider-Man 2, I don't even got to read the rest of that sentence to you, because as far as any diehard PlayStation fan is concerned, this is all that matters out of this entire fucking thing. It sucks because back in late 2023, when Insomniac unfortunately got, leaked and a lot of their business plans and even the early build of the Wolverine game got put out there, one of the things that we saw was not only the canceled Spider-Man spin-off title that featured Venom, but we also got some plans for Spider-Man 2's DLC, which people were running with and hoping for as far as this game goes. And according to the leak, apparently there was supposed to be 3 free DLCs that were coming for the game, the first of which being called Beetle Invasion, focusing on the classic B-tier Spider-Man villain Beetle. I don't know who the hell that is. Then there was supposed to be a Carnage update where we fight the infamous red symbiote, and apparently the last one was supposed to be a Spider-Verse Anomaly, which will offer Spider-Verse player missions, villains, and okay. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter, because as far as Insomniac is concerned, all of this is squashed. And that does suck to hear, because as far as Spider-Man goes, it's a single player game that once you do everything in the game, all you really got to do is the random encounters and just fling around like how you see in this gameplay that I got on the screen right here. And that's not bad, especially for a dude like me who grew up downloading the Spider-Man mods on Grand Theft Auto 4 just to do that. But Spider-Man 2 and all of the Spider-Man Insomniac games are freaking amazing, so having extra content would have been delightful. People would have been glad to pay for some extra content in this game if it came down to it. Now, whether they're doing this to either maybe focus all their resources on, like I said, the upcoming Wolverine game and all their future projects, or maybe just to gameplay off. Maybe the leak spoiled it for them and they just don't want to do it since people were, I guess, expecting it. It remains to be seen, but still pretty trash news as far as Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation goes. And moving on, I just wanted to briefly let y'all know that Banjo-Tooie, which is the successor title to Banjo-Kazooie, one of the most nostalgic and thought to be best platformer games of the Nintendo 64 era, is coming out to the Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack membership plan later this month. Now, admittedly, the Nintendo 64 is a little bit before my time. My whole encyclopedia of gaming in my head is like late PlayStation 1 and beyond. But Banjo-Kazooie is one of the games that I managed to, dabble in as a kid before, and I really enjoyed that because it reminded me of the Ape Escape games and just that level of just, harmless fun in a platforming game. And I have no doubt that Banjo-Tooie, which is this title that's getting released later this month, is going to be, well, the game is as good as the original. That's just me speaking though, you know, I don't know if this game was actually ass. I don't want to piss off any Nintendo diehards saying that. But yeah, I just recently talked about the Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack membership, you know, and basically this $50 subscription, yearly subscription based model is really for those that are, you know, diehard into the older Nintendo games. Maybe they don't care to own the older hardware, maybe even find these old games because a lot of them cost a lot. But it is good to see that the people that are paying for this subscription is finally getting, you know, value added every month or so. I don't know how often they add games to the subscription, but you know, Banjo-Tooie, Banjo-Kazooie, at least I know people really enjoy it, so I have no doubt that people are gonna love playing Banjo-Tooie. But yeah, this is one of the classic games that was developed by Rare, which used to be you know, a partner Nintendo company until it got Microsoft out in I think 2002 or 2003, and now they're known now for the newer audiences for making Sea of Thieves. But you know, recently the devs did say that they have no interest making any newer IPs based on these older franchises like, you know, GoldenEye, which they also develop, or Banjo-Kazooie. So that does suck for a lot of older gamers, but you know, they are still making some really good IPs, and you know, as far as I know, Xbox doesn't really care about them, you know, revitalizing these IPs, because as you can see, they're getting ported over to the new Nintendo Switch Online memberships. But yeah, this new port is coming out on the 25th, and yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. And lastly for today, I wanted to briefly talk about Fable 3. Now, this game is the third in its franchise, obviously, and it's the 2010 release in this beloved Xbox franchise that we're about to get a new remake, or whatever it's going to be, a new whatever revitalization that they're going to make of the Fable game in 2025. But infamously, this is one of the worst cases of, you know, how online DRM is just one of the worst case scenarios for older games, because as of today, as of 2024, you cannot purchase this game anywhere. Like, it's not on any digital platforms, not on any Xbox stores, for PC at least. As you can see, you can go to Xbox and, you know, get the on Game Pass for the Xbox 360 and your Xbox console, but you can't buy this for PC anywhere. There's keys out there, but I don't even know if those keys even work, because since it's not on Steam anymore, do they even let you redeem keys for games that aren't on Steam? I never tried that before. Even still, the Steam keys for Fable 3 are at ridiculous prices, since obviously the game is obsolete now and no more keys are being produced. So the ones that are still out there in the wild are going to try and tax your pockets as much as they can. And even if you go the physical PC media route and just put the game disc that you can find into your driver, unfortunately, Fable 3 is one of those late 2000s, early 2010s Xbox games that are locked to games for Windows service, which is obviously a defunct service by now. Even when it was alive, it was basically defunct. So that's not even an option, because then it's going to require you to connect to something that doesn't even exist anymore. So literally for years now, since they took the game off of Steam, you've just had no way of playing Fable 3 on the PC, at least by any conventional means. Now, I don't endorse any, you know, outsourcing of finding ways to get games for free, but you know, I had to do what I had to do. And honestly, for a situation like this, you know, how could you even blame a player for going to different means of finding this game? Because that's just insane. You can even play this game anywhere. And now I've been trying to play Fable 3 for years, but every time that I tried to, you know, download this game from another means, it's never worked on my PC before. Like, I've tried this like twice in like 2 years and it never worked. But finally, yesterday, I got it working, and I even started recording some gameplay for it that hopefully I can record. Hopefully I can upload sometime soon. Yeah, as you can see, the game runs beautifully. It runs natively to my 1080p monitor, so you know, that was another big thing that was fucking up on the last time I tried to play it. It was stuck to a resolution. But yeah, the game is fun as hell, at least from what I've played so far. I'm a little stuck in the first boss battle, as you can see. I can get to it somewhere in here. Yeah, like these 3 dudes or 4 dudes, they fucked me up. I had to retry this like 4 times. As far as Fable games, I only played Fable 2, and I think that this is a successor to that game that doesn't get talked about much often, which is a shame, because this is a really cool story so far. It's obviously, it's lighthearted. It's not taken seriously, which is why I love it. And you just have the option of shooting a musketeer while also having batshit insane powers. Like, what kind of game wouldn't it be fun like that? But yeah, man, that's all I got for today's video, man. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all wizards in the next one.